Maps inside of Battlefield 6 have been a big topic since the beta has ended. They were a big topic during the beta, and today I want to talk about all of the launch maps and kind of what you can expect on day one map-wise when Battlefield 6 launches on October the 10th. Before I get into all the details, be sure if you enjoy the video to hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, hit that sub button as well. I would really appreciate it. And check out Control Freak. All their information is linked down in the description. This is a product I have used for a really long time, and I highly recommend trying out a pair for yourself, and you can use my code at checkout to save 12% off. Now, when it comes to maps, a lot of people were upset with the smaller maps in the Battlefield 6 beta, and we talked about that in a video a few days back. But when it comes to what we're getting with the launch of Battlefield 6, we're going to get Liberation Peak, Empire State, New Sobek City, which is supposedly the largest map in game, and it's supposed to be very big, along with Myrick Valley, which is also a really large map. These are like those classic big Battlefield maps. We also have Manhattan Bridge, which is another New York style map, but a larger scale map than Empire State, Iberian Offensive, Siege of Cairo, Saints Quarter, and of course Operation Firestorm. Now that's a pretty good list of maps. That is 9 maps there on launch. We all know that there's going to be, of course, a map for Battle Royale. I'm kind of curious to see if that is somehow just a larger scale map of all these put together, or if it's a completely different map in general. And when that map comes out, when Battle Royale launches, of course, I'm sure several months after the release of the game, will they take parts of that BR map and break them up into maps? We're not sure. But we do know they're already talking about what maps people would like to see from previous Battlefield titles brought into the game. And if Battlefield 2042, if the Portal example is any example of what they're looking to do, you can expect to see a lot of older Battlefield maps brought into the game. Now, whether it will be in the regular rotation cycle of maps that you will play, or will it be just a Portal rotation, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, right now in Battlefield 2042, and for a good while now, you can go in and those older BF maps, ones from 2042, or excuse me, Battlefield Bad Company 2, things like 1942, those are in rotation with the original game's maps. So that's probably something they're looking to do. I know there is also a big concern of, will there be enough map content going forward? That's always a question when it comes to Battlefield games. I know some people have been comparing the BO7 trailer to the Battlefield 6 trailer, and of course the Battlefield 6 trailer is one of the better done first-person shooter trailers I've ever seen, so I didn't expect BO7's trailer to really top that. But at the same time, a lot of people have been talking about the Call of Duty is launching with 16 maps, and look at Battlefield, and those are two different games in my opinion. You can enjoy both, you can play both. I have played both ever since they were first made. And you can even throw Halo into that. I've played all 3 of those games, every title they have ever made since they first came out, and that shows you that I am older. But just to me, I think a lot of people comparing Battlefield maps and Call of Duty maps is kind of a hard thing to do, because Call of Duty maps, are a lot smaller than Battlefield maps. Now, we do have some small maps, but even if you think about it, Empire State, Iberian Offensive, Siege of Cairo, those are a lot bigger than any map you would see inside of Call of Duty. As long as DICE, in my opinion, does their seasonal updates, that they do their pass and that kind of stuff. If you're looking at a season and it's going to last anywhere between 40 and 60 days, and every single season we get a new map, I think we'll be fine. Also, what they've done with adding Iwo Jima back into Battlefield 2042 to really only be played for 50-something days before Battlefield 6 comes out, kind of is a good sign to me too. They're adding a map into a game that they know is going to have absolutely no player base once Battlefield 6 launches, and that map is done really well, and it looks really good. I kind of wish they would put it in Battlefield 6 because that is how good it is. And we may get that eventually, who knows. But I think if they're dedicating that much time to put a new massive map, and that map is really big, to Battlefield 2042, which they know is not going to have a player base whatsoever once Battlefield 6 launches, that proves to me that they're really doubling down on Battlefield 6. They're really trying to push the hype. They're really trying to push the idea of, make sure everyone does not forget about BF6 in the next 2 months. And I think they're doing a good job of that. But that just proves to me, if they're going to add that map into Battlefield 2042, I don't really think we're going to have to worry. As far as, my opinion goes, I don't really think we're going to have to worry about map selection in BF6 once the game launches. Once the game launches, if it's in a good state, and hopefully it will be, we can continue to see good content put out. And like I said, if we get one map per season, that's going to be a good bit of maps in a year's time, 6 months' time. So I think that will be really nice. And also you're looking at these remastered maps. So who knows? You might get 2 remastered maps and 1 new map at some point. Kind of like they used to do map packs back in the day for DLC. 3 or 4 maps within, just kind of one update. We have a really good selection of maps, I think, when it comes to size here in Battlefield 6. You have some really big ones that are those more vehicle kind of focused maps, planes, tanks, helicopters. And then you have those medium-sized maps that are going to be focused on less vehicles, a little bit more infantry fighting. Then you have those smaller maps that are more just infantry fighting. And that's a good balance, in my opinion, when you're playing to swap up from, small to medium to large, just kind of as you go through. And then if we get an addition of a couple more big maps, a couple more medium maps, a couple more small maps, you're going to have some really good options here when playing and booting up Battlefield 6. And I think, too, with the way they're doing this, not adding a server browser, which I know a lot of us won't, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be a thing we're going to have in the base game. It seems like right now it's going to be just in the portal. I think this will be a good option as well because they can really select that map rotation kind of how they want it to work. If you're just going in, hitting, conquest, hitting play, and then DICE is kind of choosing that map rotation. So they should be able to mix and kind of match these really well together from medium to small to large. So leave me a comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the launch maps. Let me know what you think about the map count in general, and kind of how would you like to see the maps and what things done with those maps going forward once the game launches, and kind of that future content. What kind of maps would you like to see added into the game? How often would you like to see them added? And how many remastered maps would you like to see brought back to Battlefield 6? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.